Welcome, folks, to the grand opening of the LNER, where you can see the best tender engines of the railway, including the one and only, the Flying Scotsman. Down and enjoy your ride. Welcome to the London North Eastern Railway. All starts in January of 1924, back when all was steam, no diesel in sight. On the LNER Railway were some tank engines, but mostly tender engines. But our main character seems to be me, Gordon. Gordon was built here at Doncaster in 1920 to 1921 as an experimental prototype for Sir Nigel Priestley's A1 Pacific design for the Great Northern Railway, but soon was brought here to the LNER to work. He did have some siblings there. His cousins Spencer, Mallard, Arrow, Prince of Wales. Plus, there were some engines that now in the present we all know that are on Sodor, like Toby and Molly. And his famous brother, a Flying Scotsman. Now, let's see what they're talking about, shall we?
Well, well, look who's back from shunting.
Oh, whatever, Green Arrow.
The controller doesn't want an engine like you pulling the express. It's only for efficient engines like me, Mallard, Scotsman, and the others.
Green Arrow, don't talk to my brother that way. I'm sure he'll do well pulling the express. Like he'll ever get a bullet.
Hello there, my fellow engines.
Hello, sir.
As we all know, Gordon's a new member of our LNER crew, and as a warm welcome, we'll have a special event for the LNER. Different people will be visiting the railway to welcome you all.
That will be exciting. It certainly will be.
So, Scotsman and Green Arrow, you'll be taking express trains with the visitors. 10:20 Spencer and Mallard, you'll get your chance to get your spotlight. And Gordon?
Yes?
You'll be shunting Green Arrow and Scotsman's coaches for them, and shunting them back to the yard afterwards. That is all.
What?
What a laugh. All of us get our chances is to show out, and all you get to do is push coaches?
Screw you guys.
Gordon, wait! See what you guys did?
Be quiet, Molly. Gordon was a useless engine anyways. Plus, the passengers are our priority.
You express engines don't care about anything but your passengers and coaches. Gordon, wait up!
Hey there, Gordon.
Hey, Scotsman. Hey, Gordon. Are you okay?
Hello, brother. Hello, Molly.
Look, I know the others put you down, but don't worry. I'll make sure everyone knows you as my brother.
Agreed. Green Arrow doesn't know anything about engines like you, me, and Scotsman.
Thanks, Scotsman. And thank you, Molly.
That's my brother. Now, you can watch me depart at the station. Alright then.
Sometimes he does.
Oh, before we leave, passengers, I'd like you to welcome my brother, Gordon. He's a very nice man. Even if he's pushing trucks in the yard, he's still useful
Sometimes
as
adults try to rap battle kids, but end up getting embarrassed.
Dude, what are you doing?
Letting him say hi to my brother. That's a problem.
You know what? Never mind. Let's just go.
Alright then. Say goodbye as we're getting ready to depart. Flying Scotsman coming through.
Two engines have rushed off down the main line. They came back, pouring some of the express coaches back into place. All the engines talked about the event at the sheds that night.
Thanks again, brother. No problem, Gordon.
Well, we did pretty good out there. Except for you, Gordon.
Wait, what did I do?
You delayed Scotsman while they were getting ready to depart. You shouldn't distract them. You were only supposed to be pushing the coaches back into place.
That's what I did. I was just the only one who didn't get a chance to show out.
Listen, Gordon, the next time you do this, you'll be in those yards until you move railways. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, sir. Wow, what a surprise. Even the controller hates you. Shut up, all of you. You know what? I'm going to sleep. I've gotten sick and tired of you engines.
Well, now look what you've done. You've gotten Gordon mad now.
Shut up, old-timer.
Those engines, don't they know what I'm capable of? Whoa, slow down there, big guy. Oh, my bad. Wait, who are you? And what kind of engine are you? Oh, I didn't introduce myself. My name's Toby. I'm a tram engine. I was brought here as a temporary pilot engine till I go to my permanent railway. Oh, well, my name's Gordon. Shouldn't you be pulling the express? You look too big to be shunting, though. Any kind of engine can shunt. You should at least be promoted to the express. Well, little Toby, my controller wasn't nice to me when I arrived on the railway. Well, that's just nonsense. You're bigger and stronger than any of your friends are. Well, except for your brother. Now that is what I can agree on.
The two engines laughed.
Toby, whatever happens in the future, promise me that the both of us end up on the same railway. Now that's a promise I'll keep. Thanks, Toby. I might be going back to the sheds tonight. Farewell, Toby. Farewell, Gordon.
So, you might be wondering, what happened to the LNER railway during dieselization? Well, here's what happened. LNER Controller saw that others were taking part in this plan, replacing steam engines with diesel engines. So, he decided to follow the trend. Soon enough, Gordon's brothers and sisters, the 80 siblings he had, started to decrease in numbers. Enough newspapers went around, wondering what had happened to them. It wasn't until one day Gordon would find out what happened to them in a very gruesome way indeed.
Hello, Gordon. I'd like you to take a train of scrap to the scrapyard.
Wait, the scrapyard? I mean, yes, sir.
Had heard tales of the British Railway scrapyard. One engine enters, some return back to their railways, others don't make it. As Gordon traveled there, he wondered if he'd be scrapped too. It wasn't until he arrived there.
Hello? Is anyone there?
It was silent until the most eerie sound was heard.
What was that?
Like that Gordon went. He fully got to the entrance when
What's an engine like you doing here?
Well, I was just bringing some scrap.
Why'd you stop talking? Oh. This is one of your siblings, huh?
Flying Beetle? You... This is what you're doing to all of my siblings?
Well, yes we are. Us diesels are the future for rail. We diesels don't need to learn and know everything. We can relearn and improve it. Evolutionary. Now leave, or you end up like me.
Driver, back away! Back away!
Meanwhile, Blind Scotsman was getting ready to pull his express train when
Brother! Hello, brother. What happened? The diesels. They're... Slow down, brother. There was this diesel at the scrapyard. They're the reason our brothers are gone!
You hear that, Dougie? I think that's their controller.
What? That's impossible. There's no
Well,
way that...
it seems that my plan, or everyone's plan, has been revealed.
Wait. What?
Since every railway is following the trend of dieselization, I decided to follow along. Soon enough, you two, or one, will be the last of steam engines here.
I don't believe it. You're replacing us with diesel engines?
the whistle had blown and Flying Scotsman puffed off. Gordon didn't want to be left with that monster, so he folded Scotsman as a back engine. The two arrived at Darnell Station. They were still terrified about what happened.
I can't believe it. Our days are numbered now. Don't worry, Gordon. Maybe we'll find another railway.
Another railway, you say?
Who was that?
Hello there. You must be Gordon and the Flying Scotsman. You two are the famous brothers. Great to meet you, sir. Gentlemen, may I have a chat with you two? A cup of tea? All on
Alright
me.
then.
Gordon, Scotsman, stay right here. We'll be back.
All right then.
So, I own this railway called the Northwestern Railway, where all steam engines and diesel engines live together. The diesels don't try to scrap steam engines? Not at all. If they do, I'll have them sent away. That's great, as Scotsman and Gordon's controller is kind of evil. Let me guess. Dieselization?
Yes.
Well, to make sure they don't end up like their siblings, take this. What's this? This, my fellow drivers, is Thomas the Tank Engine, one of my really useful engines. There's a card with a passport. With this passport, you can get your engines on a boat to Sodor. Oh, okay, this is great. Oh, what do we call you? My apologies. Call me Sir Topham Hatt. Oh, well, goodbye, Sir Topham Hatt. See you fellow drivers on the Northwestern Railway.
Gordon and Scotsman were still waiting when...
Gordon! Scotsman!
About time. And what's that paper? And who's that tank engine on it?
Well, the answer to your question, Gordon, this is a paper about the Northwestern Railway.
Wait. I've seen some soda engines before, while travelling to Barrow and
And
Furnace.
the answer to your question, Scotsman, this is Thomas the Tank Engine, Sodor's #1 tank engine. It says that Thomas has lost siblings due to the same situation we're in.
Well, that's good. Someone knows how we feel. But a tank engine?
If we leave from the sheds at midnight, we could get to Craigendoran Pier and get a ship to Sodor.
That's an excellent plan. But what about our remaining siblings?
Well, we'll have to leave them behind. The controller will know that they're gone. I honestly think he won't give a crap if we're gone.
Well, if it's for the best, let's do it. So, you two are leaving? Look at the state of us, Mallard. You, Spencer, me, and Gordon are the only ones left. It's best we leave. It's for the best. All 80 of my siblings are gone, and I don't want to be next, including Scotsman.
Well, I might have been mean to you two, but I wish you two the best of luck. Mallard and my state here unless this dieselization thing is over.
I wish you two the best of luck, Spencer. Good night, everyone, and hopefully we'll see you on Sodor.
When I'm with you,
Good night.
we rock and we roll. You make me happy, you make me bold. Nothing is hard, cause I'm feeling safe. This is our song, our tale of the brave.
This is it, Gordon. I will miss this
Good friends will stay
siblings,
right by your
cousins,
side.
everything.
Tell you the truth
Except
and not
control.
tell you a
He's the
lie.
reason why
Talk
we're
with you,
doing
play
Scotsman
with you,
and
always
Gordon
be
traveled through the
fair.
main line
Just
for
be
the rest of that
someone who
night
cares.
and in the morning. The next morning, they were tired as ever. Gordon was almost out of coal, but Scotsman kept giving Gordon his coal so they could continue.
This is tiring. I know, but we need to continue.
Then suddenly Gordon had spotted something.
Is that the National Railway Museum? Oh, I've been here before you came, Gordon. Most of the LNER events took place here.
So the two stopped there. Mallard was there, but Spencer wasn't in sight. Though there were many engines preserved there.
Hello, everyone. Hello, Mallard. Wait, Spencer left? Nice to see you. Well, the rise of dieselization has taken our brothers and sisters. Me and Gordon are the only engines left of our class.
Oh, you lost your siblings too. Oh, I suppose the rise of dieselization has already begun. But that's why we're preserved here at the museum.
Indeed. Say, me and Scotsman are in dire need of water and coal. Could we stay here?
Alright, let's get you in the sheds. Then me, your fireman, and Scotsman's crew will find the controller. Maybe we can get some more fish and chips and tea.
Two engines were parked into the sheds, and workmen came and shoveled coal into their tenders and sent water down their water tanks.
That's much better.
Sheds, Green Arrow was there. So was City Churro, Stevenson's Rocket, and Locomotion number 1.
Hello there, you two. Oh, it's the Flying Scotsman. Great to meet you. Why, hello there. You must be the Stevenson's Rocket. I've heard stories about your class, and they are fast. Why, you youngsters, keep it down. I'm trying to sleep. Who's that? Wow. Ugh, what is that? A domeless engine? I beg your pardon? Us domeless engines are reliable, so you wouldn't know that. Oh, you... Whatever.
Hello, Green Arrow. I know we didn't have the best friendship, but what are you doing here?
Engines were still awake, chatting. While they were, they saw two Sterling singles. One was chatting with the others, and the other was sitting on the side, lonely.
Excuse me?
The engine looked at Gordon.
What's your name? Agreed.
Emily smiled. She hadn't talked to anyone in a while, since after her siblings were scrapped. It's time for Scotsman and Gordon to leave.
Goodbye, you two.
Goodbye.
Gordon looked at Emily.
I have a feeling you may come to Sodor one day too, Emily. You have my respect.
Gordon once Scotsmen were talking and pumping to the docks, Gordon's driver noticed something.
Well, the next ship to Sodor will be
Gordon and Scotsman picked up the pace as they raced to the docks. Finally, they had made it in time.
Hello there. Which boat are you trying to catch? Try and catch a boat to the Northwestern Railway. Ah, Sodor, eh? Alright, ship to Sodor.
Soon,
Load them
a
up.
crane lifted Scotsman and Gordon up. He had to lift Scotsman's tender separately, since he had two of them. Before they left, a familiar face came.
Gordon? Scotsman? Toby! Good luck on your journey, you two. See you on Sodor. Goodbye, Toby. My friend.
Suddenly, all of the engines of the LNER came, turning into a chorus of goodbye whistles.
Wait.
Goodbye, everyone. We wish you luck.
I'm going to miss them a lot.
Are you crying? Shut up.
With that, the ship took off.
Well, I said it once, and I'll say it again. This is it, Gordon. It indeed is.
He traveled through thunderstorms, waves, and rain, but the two faced it all. The two had gone to sleep on their way to Sodor. Soon, Gordon and Scotsman were woken up by a crane. They lifted Gordon and his tender on the rails. They did the same for Scotsman.
This looks great. This looks amazing.
Flying Scotsman and Gordon traveled the line. They soon reached the big station, Mallard Station.
Welcome to Sodor, YouTube. Ah, it's great to see you, engines.
It's great to see you too, sir.
And he spotted a green and black 5, with the number 3.
Wait a blasted minute. You're the engine who was built with my plans.
Huh? Oh yeah, I was wondering why it was built like this. Until you came. But our fault.
Agreed.
Gordon looked next to Henry. There were two load engines, 98462 and 87546.
I don't know why, but they both look like they're trouble.
And Gordon was right. 98462 and 87546 were trouble, being rude to other engines, and 98462 was debating whether he deserved number 3 rather than Henry. Eventually, the Effect Director decided to send them away for being rude, nasty, and horrid engines. It is unknown what happened to them ever since the decline of steam, but they were most likely scrapped. Once upon a time, there was a little engine named Edward. He lived in a shed with 5 other engines. They were bigger than Edward and boasted about it.
The driver won't choose you again. He wants strong engines like us.
They really do.
It wasn't until the driver and fireman came along to start work. The driver looked at Edward and said,
What's the matter? Are you feeling sad? Would you like to come out? Oh, yes, please.
What?
See you big engines later. Grr. How'd they pick him and not us?
when Edward got back, instead of the other bigger engines, it was Edward boasting about the work. The next day, Gordon said,
You watch me this afternoon, little Edward, as I rush through with the express. That'll be a splendid sight. I hate trucks.
While everyone was resting, when
A goods train. A goods train. The shame of it. Oh, the shame of it.
later, Edward was warned by a workman that Gordon was stuck up the hill.
Stuck up a hill, isn't he?
Gordon was stuck halfway up the hill, and very cross. His driver and firemen were talking to him severely.
You're not trying.
I can't do it. Those noisy trucks hold an engine back so. Now if they were coaches are clean, sensible things that would come quietly. Now that would be different.
We've come
No
to
use
push.
at all.
You wait
He
and
was
see.
brought back down the hill. Edward came up behind the van, ready to push.
I'm ready.
No good.
The guard blew his whistle, and they pulled and pushed as hard as they could.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
I will do it. I will do it. I will do it. I will do it. I will do it. I will do it. I will do it. I will do it.
Do it. I can't do it.
Soon enough, Gordon reached the top of the hill.
I've done it. I've done it.
And he forgot Edward, who was pushing behind. He didn't even wait to say thank you, but ran so fast that he passed 2 stations before his driver could even stop him.
And he didn't even say thank you.
Once an engine attached to a train was afraid of a few drops of rain. His name was Henry. He went into a tunnel and never came out again. Crew argued with him.
The rain will ruin my lovely green paint and red stripes.
After many attempts at trying to get Henry out the tunnel, even bringing a red engine and trying to pull and push him out.
It's no use.
Topham Hat spoke up.
We shall take away your rails and leave you here for always and always and always.
Took his rails and built a brick wall in front of him. How Henry would watch the other engines puff into the tunnel and out again. It was very sad indeed.
Serves you right.
Hello.
Why did I worry about the rain ruining my coat of paint? Will the factory director ever forgive me and let me come out again?
I think Henry will find his answer very good indeed. While pulling the wild nor'wester, Gordon tried to poop at Henry and burst his safety valve.
Wow.
Look at Henry laughing at me.
Gordon was moved onto a siding out of the way. Edward soon came. But in order to pull the wild nor'wester, there needed to be a double header.
Why not let Henry try?
That's a good idea. Alright then, put those rails back together, destroy that wall, and let Henry out.
I haven't been out in a while.
A few minutes later, Henry came back better than ever. They put him in front of Edward.
We're ready.
We're ready.
Pull hard, Henry. Pull hard.
We'll do it. We'll do it.
Oh, they started moving.
We're moving.
We're moving. We're moving.
Let's do this one a bit short. Thomas is a tank engine who is at the big station on the Island of Sodor. He's a cheeky little engine with 6 small wheels A short stumpy funnel, short stumpy boiler, and a short stumpy dome. Thanks for the other engines, including Gordon. Thomas had scared Gordon out of his sleep.
Ah! Wake up, lazy bones. Do some hard work for a change. You can't catch
He
me.
ran off laughing. Gordon turns the turntable and pranks Thomas back for it.
Peep, stop, stop! Hurry, hurry, hurry!
Thomas has fallen down a mine.
Stuck in a mine, is he?
He's even got stuck in a ditch.
Get me out! Get me out!
So and Gordon have done a lot of stuff to each other, but either way, they're still friends. Fast forward to a few years later, and two people who were famous for their rat battling sneaks onto the island. A boy with blue hair in a workman's suit, and a brunette-colored hair girl in a driver's suit. They first met Thomas.
Who are you? And what on earth is that horrid contraption you're holding?
Thomas looked at the gramophone and his soon-to-be opponent.
Right then,
They met
let's give it
Henry.
a try.
Engines don't sing. Alright. One song. I don't want the flying kipper to be late.
It was late and derailed. But then they met James.
Where are my driver and fireman? I just want this dirty job with these dirty trucks to be over already.
Just then, the boy and girl walked up to James.
Are you two supposed to be my crew? And you're so small.
James paused for a moment. He looked at the two of them, the microphone and the gramophone. He was skeptical at first, but thought it'd be best to play along.
Alright then, let's get a move on, shall we?
Then finally, they met Gordon after derailing James.
Oh no you don't. I've heard all about you. First you delay the flying kipper, and Henry goes flying off the rails trying to make up for lost time. Then you hijack James's cab, and he gets put out of commission too.
Glared at the large steam locomotive looking down at them. Andrew glared back.
Do you have any idea how much work I had to do when they were gone? I shall stay right where I am.
There was a long
you two
silence.
are gone from this island.
Gordon
Is
the big
that
engine let off
right?
steam outside off the shade.
You have a deal.
Even if there were three of them, Gordon, Henry, and James all lost to the two. They even left before they could even tell Sir Toppy Pat about them. Though Sir Toppy Pat would have to deal with them himself. Met Edward.
Hello there. Wasn't expecting to see you here. You're here for a song, right? Yes, I know. I've heard all about your adventures. Let's make this quick, shall we?
And it was splendid for Edward. Meanwhile, 98462 had other plans.
Everyone out! There's a bomb in there! Well, goodbye, Gordon. Thanks for ruining my plans once again. Oh no, you're not going anywhere, Alfred. I'm taking you out right here.
Gordon
We'll
does
just
end
have
up
to see
killing
about that.
946 Sue and Percy himself. But he was prepared and now runs the railway, still taking the Wild Nor'Wester, or the Express. Now, we've talked about Gordon, but what about Flying Scotsman? Well, he's gone back to the mainland, but he's been seen on Sodor many times. At the time, he told Gordon and Thomas about the Great Railway Show.
I've been invited to take part in the Great Railway Show on the mainland. I shall be racing. The Great Railway Show? What's that? I'd like to go there.
It's where engines compete to see who's the fastest, who's the strongest, or what have you. But I'm not sure any engines from Sodor will be going.
Well, I want to go.
Of course you do, Thomas. And with any luck, maybe you shall. Flying Scotsman
Scotsman
coming
has witnessed
through.
Gordon versus safety down the race. Witnessed Gordon pull the Express with the Flying Kipper. In conclusion, Gordon and Flying Scotsman are on separate railways, but still talk to each other any chance they get to. Having been on the railway for 81 years, Gordon and the steam team now stay at Tibbet Sheds, even with their new members, Nia and Rebecca. Quick fourth wall break, but Rebecca isn't in the game, so that's why she's not here. Anyways. And what about the engines at the National Railway Museum? Well, they're still gaining popularity to this. There are some times where Gordon has gone into some trouble. Like when BoCo helped him get rid of Bill and Ben.
BoCo, my dear engine.
Hello, Gordon. Great to see you. Dang it. You're a
Buffers fell off after shunting a flatbed too hard.
What? These buffers are ridiculous.
What's the We need to. What he means is we need to replace those buffers with diesel.
Gordon,
buffers.
Henry, and James have fell for Diesel's lies, and Duck didn't call him a delicate sausage.
Well, guys, just calm down. I'm sorry for lying to you.
He deserved it. He didn't do things the Great Western way, but instead did it the...
Don't we know it?
Though isn't dead. Anyways, Oliver and Toby were introduced to the railway.
Hello, Gordon. Great to see you.
I swear, if I had to hear
Donna
about the
and
Great
Douglas
Western
first came to the
one more
railway.
time,
Gordon let the strike on letting Donna and Douglas stay.
those two should stay, even if they are troublesome. I'm sure they're useful.
Great, we'll make
Please,
sure they're really
I don't
useful.
want Dougie getting scrapped.
He did end up staying. Though Douglas did almost get scrapped, and Donna was in a fit of rage.
Listen, you useless blue puffball. Douglas has been sent back to Scotland for scrap. They're not gonna bring him back because of a stupid coach. I found the missing coach, Thomas. Oh.
Warren had saw Ryan getting chased by a pirate ship.
Huh? What the? Is that a pirate ship on the rails?
Bowler spammed him for his snow machine.
Where the bloody hell is my snow machine?
And stopped Splatter and Dodge when Thomas is getting chased by Diesel 10.
Maybe you're right, Splatter.
At that time,
Yeah, Dodge. Let's head back to the ironworks.
Gordon.
Run!
Get out of the way, little Percy! Well done, little Percy. You stopped the both of us from getting into a nasty accident. You know, sometimes you tank engines are funny.
Now that the tale of Gordon has ended, but there's more stories to come. Let's just say the face of the franchise will get its own story soon. The end.
Well, that was a fun story.
It really was.
Well, I have told you all about Timothy, but there's more to my story than just that. Oh, really? Tell us that.
Please.
Alright, calm down, all of you. I guess I'll tell mine next. Now, this all started somewhere between 1913 and 1916, when all of my class were getting built.